Welcome to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost with me, Charlie Leatham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing, and tracking, and I'll break them down into bite-sized tips you can use straight away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and Shine. It's your daily dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charlie Leatham. Episode number 547. And today, I just wanted to follow on from yesterday's episode. I said I was going to address it in a little more detail, and I think now is a good time to talk about it. Talking about migrating emails from one service provider to another. You're cutting over. In the case of yesterday, I was showing you how to migrate from Google Workspace to Zoho Mail. And I showed you how to create the connections and bring all the mail across and all of that. And it occurred to me that the question that I hadn't answered and hadn't asked and needed to be asked, and I did yesterday, was can I use the same domain name and same email addresses on both providers so that I'm just transferring from one provider to the other? The answer is yes, you can. There's a couple of things that you need to think about when you do it, and I'm not going, and that's not got nothing to do. It has nothing to do with whether you can use those email addresses, whether you can use those domain names. What you need to think about is the process, the flow, the timeline of how you do things. So, in the example I'm giving, where does mail? Sorry, goodness gracious. The question I'm trying to ask there is, where does the mail come into while you're doing the migrations? So when we set up a new account, do we leave our mail servers pointed to our old provider and let the mail come in there, particularly if we've got a lot of users and we're trying to migrate them across and they're going to want to have access to their existing emails while we're doing the migrations? And do we leave the mail coming into the new servers the old servers, and then do all the migration of the mail that is there as of a particular date and have it sucked over into the new account and then cut the mail servers over and cut all of our users across? Or do we cut our users across, have all the mail coming into the new servers, and then do the migration? Now, here's how I'd handle it. I'd do the latter. And I do the latter for the simple reason is that you only ever want to do one migration. You don't want to have to do one migration and then a week or two later, do another migration because someone's slow in cutting over or you haven't cut your mail servers over. So the steps I would take at a high level without actually going into a full project plan here is I would set up my new service provider. I would add all my users to it. I'd get all my user accounts set up. I'd make sure it all worked. I'd make sure all my users could log into their new accounts. Before I did anything, I'd make sure all my users could log into their new accounts, that they knew what they were. I'd do a little bit of training on the interfaces and how things work and what we need to do, how they can use their new accounts, because the interfaces will change. So you've got to do all of that stuff up front. Then I would point the mail servers so that the mail now comes, any new mail now comes into the new mail accounts, so that all my users are now using the new service, then using the new service provider. They know how to use that. New mails are coming in for a day or so while you're organizing the migrations. They don't have access to their previous mail in that account. They can still log into their other email account. They can still log into their mail account on the other server if they want that access, just as long as they can't receive mail on it. So they can't send mail from it because that's a problem. But if they really want to, you can let them have access to that. Once they're on there and that's all working, even while you're sorting that out, start your migration. Get your migration working in the background and start that email being copied from the old provider across. What that does is that stops that gap where you might have mail come into the old server after you've done the migration and it gets missed. At least it's coming into the new account. Everything will be in the new account once you finish that migration. That migration is just that last little tick that you've got to do. You can still use the same domain names, you can still use the same email addresses, they're just on different providers, and you've now got a nice flow where you can do your user training, you can have all of that working, and they can still have access to their old emails. I'm going to say in the fullness of time. We're talking maybe if you've got your act together, maybe a day or so that they won't have access to that mail while the migrations are running. Just a thought, just the way I would handle it. It's a lot of management. We can make the migrations look really easy. We can show you the step-by-steps on how this all works and how you just log in and connect this up and then say run, and it does all of that. The stuff around it, the user management, the project management, the training, all of that. That's what takes you the time. That's what you really need to think about. If you want to have a chat about it, if you've got questions about it, come and see me, come talk to me. You can book a free 30-minute free consultation for new clients. Everyone gets one each. I can't take everyone. I can't do multiples for everyone. You can come and join my community, askcharlielatham.locals.com, and have a conversation there about the best way of handling these sorts of things. Those are the things that I think you need as business owners. I think you need to spend more time on rather than worrying about the how-tos. How do we do this? You can use people like me to do the how-tos. You can use techs to do the actual underlying work, but understanding that flow, that's the important thing for you as business owners. All right, that's my rant for today. Hope that was helpful. If you've got questions, comments, feedback, leave them wherever you're watching this video, watching or listening to this video. Come join my community, askcharlielatham.locals.com, and start a conversation there. Sorry, I'm just thinking as I go through everything else. Oh yeah, was this video helpful? Sorry. Give it a like. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do, and ring the notification bell so you find out when I drop more content. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlielatham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.